All right. Hey, what is up, guys? It's Josh with Money Life Wax, and today I'm actually going to bring to you the first interview on the YouTube channel, and it's all about entrepreneurship. It's about real estate. It's the buzzword in 2020. I'm getting into real estate, but today I have no one better for you to learn from than my personal real estate agent. He's helped sell some properties for me, and he's going to help find me some properties down the road. Matthew Lama, Jacobs and Company Real Estate, and he's going to actually share with you how he got his start in real estate and how he took the leap of faith, as he calls it, going from a 9-to-5 accounting job full-time with 3 kids to real estate. And first, Matt, I think that the coolest thing is that you did make that jump. And so just share a little bit about your background, how you got to the point where you're at, and yeah, just share with us your background.
Gotcha. Appreciate you allowing me to talk online. Really, I jumped into it back in 2017, and honestly, I was kind of searching around for all sorts of professions. I wanted to do everything, and I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. This was one of the areas that I was looking at, and about 4 years ago, I sat down with my broker, and I was talking about another piece of property. And then he kind of twisted the conversation. He said, "Have you ever thought about this profession?" And I said, "No, absolutely not." And come to find out, 2 weeks later, I started the process of getting a license and whatnot. Fast forward, it was a leap of faith because 2017, I had no idea what to do, where to go, how to get business. And I had a wife and at the time, 3 kids to provide for. So it was absolutely nerve-wracking.
Absolutely. And 3 kids, and now you have 4, correct?
Correct.
All under the age of what, 7?
It'll be 8 by July. Yep.
So 4
Yep.
under the age of 8, so 1 every 2
Yep.
years.
Yep.
And yeah, man, I know we were talking before we even started recording this. We talked about, making, like you were talking to me, like you should do real estate. I'm like, I want to get my license just so I have knowledge, right? And I always say an open mind is like an open book. It can do a lot for you, but a closed mind is like a closed book. You carry it around and it does nothing for you. So I might get my real estate license, but talk to us about taking that leap of faith with a wife, with 3 kids. And because there's people, man, that don't have 3 kids, they don't have any kids. They don't have a significant other. They're stuck in their 9-to-5. And truth be told, they want to do something different, but they're, let's call it is, but they're fearful. And so you took the leap of faith for real, like you just went right in. So talk to us about that. How was that experience? What were some maybe things you had to overcome? What made you finally make the decision? Were there things you planned ahead before you made that? Taking action is always great, but taking dumb action can actually be detrimental. So share with us that point.
Right. So it actually, we have to rewind to where we were in order to prepare myself for this leap. So I didn't just go blindly. I knew for a fact I wanted to get into something else. I knew for a fact that I had to change professions. I didn't know how to do it. So
right.
For me, I actually prepared financially. So my wife and I are big savers. You'll see we are frugal individuals. And so for me, I really wanted to save up probably close to about a year's worth of salary. Now, that was over a course of, let's call it 5 years, to allow me to do this. And so we prepared ourselves financially in order to actually do this. Worst case scenario, I quit my job and I'm out of job for a year. At least I have bills to, that are paid for. But I was looking around. January 2017 is when I officially got licensed.
Okay.
But I had contingencies. I was still working at my full-time job. I had contingencies. There was a little bit of a transition period at that point, but I had a contingency plan and a contingency plan and a contingency plan beyond that. I had a friend that was looking at asking if I can get on board on a financial analyst position. Okay. I actually had an application in the process for being a firefighter for Prince William County.
That's right.
I was ready to dive deep in that. And my fallback plan was actually join the military. Wow. And I figured, when my broker sat down a year prior, he was like, the worst thing you can do, the least you can do is actually buy and sell your own home instead of save a couple grand doing so.
Right.
So I really didn't go deep into it until that following summer. And actually I think it was August was when I first got my very first sale.
Nice.
And I still was nervous.
Yeah.
I think July is when July of 2017 is when I officially quit my job and And it's funny, the year prior, I told my boss, looked him dead in the eye, I was like, I'm not going to have another fiscal year after this one. This one will be my last, which don't ever do. Don't ever do that.
We do not recommend that. The things that stood out though is you said you took 5 years to save a year's salary. I'll tag an article I have that I wrote. It says every 5 years you should save your gross salary. That's like a good benchmark. And so you obviously did that. You didn't take blind action. You kind of eased into it, but you also did take a leap of faith. Let's be honest, because you did put your back against the wall. I tell people all the time, like there's a fine line between taking action and then taking blind action, but there's somewhere in the middle that you got to find if you're serious about getting out of your 9 to 5. You know, I always coach individuals who are looking for mentorship. It's like, if you're serious about something, don't just say it, put the work behind it. So hats off to you making that jump. You didn't make your first sale overnight. You said you got your license in January, you made your first sale in August. It doesn't happen overnight, but I'm sure you took action along the way. I'd love for you to share, you know, because this is all about becoming a real estate agent. If you're truly, you can look up online how to be a real estate agent and how to get your license. We're talking about the mindset and the approach. So Matt, just share some of the things that maybe have helped you be successful. I'll brag a little bit. You're the top agent at your brokerage, last I heard. You didn't tell me that, someone else did. And so how did you quickly become successful in the real estate industry? What are some things that maybe have helped you that you would love to share?
Ooh, obviously the licensing, get that out of the way before anything else. When you look at my circle of influence, sphere of influence, it wasn't as big as some other individuals. And so I had to kind of stretch out and not be afraid to ask for business. I had to get creative in marketing and finding the low-bearing fruit. And if you're able to collect information, you're able to filter out exactly just that. And a lot of my business came from creative marketing that we ended up doing. And then really social media presence has been huge because I hear people all the time, hey, we see you online. I keep it pretty neutral. I want to encourage people. I want to keep a positive interaction and influence throughout. And I think you'll find that on my Facebook page and Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and that's actually how you and I connected, was through social media, and me in the blogging sphere, you in the real estate sphere. And if you know anything about one of the top real estate guys in the country, Grant Cardone, I read all his books. He talks a lot about just put yourself out there, right? Like, you know, he talked about, I think at one time he was tweeting every 5 minutes. He set it up, and which is crazy. He's got assistants to do that. But, you know, at the end of the day, Instagram, 80% of your time should be on Instagram, 20% of your time should be on Facebook. If you're serious about being successful as a real estate agent. You know, I think a lot of people try things, they don't put a lot of action in. A month later, they go, oh, this didn't work. Well, as you just said, it took you 8 months to make your first sale. Obviously, you've put a lot of action in. I'm aware of that. What would be maybe like 1 or 2 final parting tips for someone who is looking to become a real estate agent? They're looking to maybe do it on the side of their career, or maybe they're serious like you and they're like, hey, I'm done with the 9 to 5. I don't want to do it. I want the freedom. I want the flexibility. What would be some 1 or 2 really big, strong recommendations you make for those individuals?
Ooh,
and I'm putting you on the spot.
For me, I use the word hustle all the time in a lot of my posts, and to small business owners, to small, small business owners as a whole, networking people that are just working diligently. And so the word hustle really, it comes down to that. You're at a corner in the wall with nothing but your bare knuckles. What are you going to do about it?
Right.
You know, that's the first thing. The second thing is actually make sure you care for your clients.
Okay.
Fully. They need your attention. They need your service, and they're asking you to solve their problems for them. And it's up to you to do so. And you have to have a lot of customer service and a lot of patience that comes along with it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're dealing with people. My wife and I had an interesting conversation recently just about, you know, we were talking about certain opportunities and businesses, and I was like, at the end of the day, you're working with people somewhere or another. And she's like, it's not rentals. I'm like, no, you work with people all the time. You're renting places to them, right? So no, man, that is awesome. And, you know, I got to make things, keep them light and have fun.
Right.
Have you ever been told you sound like Obama?
Yeah,
Okay.
too much. From back in college, and then even now, I had a friend that I put something up online, and I have a friend that always had mentioned that from
Yeah.
I think back in 2014. But
No,
yeah.
I'm just joking, but obviously that's a compliment. He's a very good orator, a good speaker, and
But
that was
let me be
awesome.
clear.
Yeah, dude, nailed it. We're not gonna start doing president jokes on here, but we like to keep it light here. Money Life Wax YouTube channel, check it out. I'll have Matt send me over his social media links. Include that in the comments below. Make sure you like and share this video. Matt,
Absolutely.
thank you for your time. The article will go live as well once this YouTube video goes live next week. And nonetheless, check out the article. It's the steps to becoming a real estate agent. If you're serious about doing it, you'll love it. Matt has a lot of great wisdom to share in that interview. And you have a great day. Be safe out there.
Awesome. Thank you, Josh. Yep.